Hi, and a very good afternoon. We are LAX2049, Group 25, and today we will be discussing on our fourth discussion video on topic food. Before that, we will start by introducing ourselves.
Hi, my name is NURUL binti KAMARUZAMAN. My metric number is 196154.
Hi, my name is NURUL. My metric number is 0639.
Hi, my name is Puteri BATRISYIA binti ROHAIZAD and my matrix number is 200656.
Hi, my name is SUVIKMON. My matrix number is 202166.
Hi, my name is ZAHIDAH binti KAMARUZAMAN. My metric number is 202301.
Hi, my name is NISHA WARDINA binti ZULFAIZAL and my metric number is 2027.
Hi, my name is HAIZATUL NAJIHA binti RAHIMI. My matric number is 203373.
And hi, my name is SITI ERIYANA binti AZIZ and my matric number is 203427.
Okay, thank you everyone. So now we will start by sharing our news on topic food. The first presenter, you may go.
Okay, I will present first. Okay, before I begin, I want to ask all of you, did you love beef or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, did you guys know that our country depending on import beef because our local beef is not enough to fulfill our demand due to the low production. Our SSL is very low, and because of that, we are depending on our import beef. However, in the end of last year, we got a news when a fake halal meat has been smuggled. I got this news by reading from Bloomberg.com, which is written by Anuradha Raghu. The news is about Malaysia embroiled in a meat fraud scandal after a local news outlet exposed a cartel that allegedly bribed customs officials to smuggle in all kinds of meat and mark it as halal, causing uproar in Muslim majority country, especially in Malaysia. According to the New Straits Times, which broke the first story, the conspirators allegedly bribed senior officers from several government departments for more than 40 years to import meat from non-halal certified slaughterhouses in China, Ukraine, and South America. Kangaroo and horse meat were among the imports, which were then combined with and sold as halal beef. That means they combine halal, kangaroo and horse meat with beef and make it halal, although they do not have the halal certification. Okay, so meanwhile, in a Kuala Lumpur-based traders and hawkers association has asked its 6,000 members to halt the selling of beef-based products for the time being. According to state news agency Bernama, Malaysia's Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry has assured the country's 3 largest frozen meat suppliers that their products are halal. The cartel's operations begin at slaughterhouses, where halal standards are monitored by government and officials. According to the paper, the officials will certify questionable or low-grade meat products fraudulently. Meat was imported into Malaysia through ports, often without inspection, and transported to warehouse, where it was mixed with halal certified meat and repackaged with fake halal logos. In conclusion, I hope this news can give awareness to us, especially as a Muslim, to carefully consume or buy beef. We need to support our local beef industry, although there is a big difference in price, because as we know, import beef is much affordable and profitable than we buy our local beef. So we need to support our local beef industry, and I hope it can increase our knowledge and give awareness to us, especially as a Muslim. Thank you. That's all from me.
So I go next, and my topic for today is fasting improves overall health in people with metabolic syndrome by Joanne Washburn. So metabolic syndrome is a symptoms that may put a person at risk of developing diabetes and heart disease. So the symptoms include obesity and high level of blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol. These symptoms are the result of poor food choices and lack of exercise. So research indicates that fasting can help improve symptoms of metabolic syndrome. In a recent study, it shows that people with metabolic syndrome had lower level of blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar after 3 months of fasting. So fasting can also do so much more for your health than improve symptoms of metabolic syndrome, such as prevent cancer and boost brain health on when to eat, not what to eat. It can confer several benefits such as weight loss, better heart health, and a lower risk of serious conditions like diabetes and cancer. That's all from me.
So now it is my turn. The title of my articles is Reducing Waste Food at Home. The reason why I chose this article is because most of people did not realize that they have throw so much food every day. So how can we solve these problems? Okay, first, the article says we need to plan what we need to buy weekly or monthly. So um, we have to make a list before buying anything regarding foods. Next, storage tips. We know that fresh fruits and vegetables easily become rotten if we did not store properly. So this article states that we need to find out how to store fruits and vegetables so that they can stay fresh longer. And lastly, thriftiness thrift, thriftiness tips. Um, we need to use up the ingredients, the old ingredients first before buying a new ingredients. So leftover foods can be avoided and we can save money. I think that's all from me.
All right, so I will be sharing my news next. So my news is from independent.co.uk, written by Chelsea Richelle in 2021. Okay, so my article is about foods to avoid during an acne breakout, according to dermatologists. Okay, so as we as we often told, we're often told that acne outbreak is the result of our unhealthy food choices, such as like pizza, processed foods, and or chocolate. Okay, um so according to dermatologist Dr. Melanie Palm, greasy or deep fried foods does not cause acne. However, according to dermatologists, there are two food groups that you may want to avoid when experiencing an acne breakout or or, or are prone to acne. So the first one is to avoid high glycemic index foods, or also known as refined carbohydrates and sugars. So high glycemic index foods are foods that release glucose rapidly, uh, which prompting a spike in blood sugar levels. So according to the dermatologist, it can be beneficial for those who are having an acne flare-up to avoid high glycemic index foods, because the subsequent spike in blood sugar levels can trigger a cascade of effects to produce oil and clog pores that can set the stage for acne. And Another food that we should avoid is dairy product, because dairy can also have a negative impact on acne breakouts. Example of dairy product is like cow's milk, which has been associated with acne breakouts. It is thought to be due to a high sugar content within the milk, and perhaps due to circulating hormone from the lactating cows. So to sum up, the two foods that we should avoid to avoid acne is high sugar food and dairy product. That's all from me.
Okay, so now I'll be sharing my news. So the title of the news that I've read recently is How Foods May Affect Our Sleep by New York Times, and was written by Anha O'Connor and was published on December 10, 2020. So as we know, with the pandemic going on and the school and work disruptions, it has contributed to the countless sleep nights. So we know that we should engage in exercise, but we often overlook our diet, which actually affect the pattern of our sleep. Which is poor diet leads to poor sleep. So researchers found that eating a diet that is high in sugar, saturated fat, and processed carbohydrates can disrupt your sleep. Thus, to promote sound sleep, you will have to eat more plants, fiber, and foods that is rich in unsaturated fats, such as nuts, olive oil, fish, and avocados. So researchers also discovered that eating more saturated fat and less fiber from foods like vegetables, fruit, and whole grains led to reductions in slow wave sleep, which is a deep restorative kind. So in general, clinical trials have also found that carbohydrates have a significant impact on sleep. People tend to fall asleep much faster at night when they consume a high carbohydrate diet compared to when they consume a high fat or high protein. So one example of dietary pattern that may be optimal for better sleep is Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes on foods such as vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains, seafood, poultry, yogurt, herbs and spices, and also olive oil. So to sum up, in short, healthy diets lead to a healthy sleep and vice versa. That is all from me.
As for me, I found this journal article by Laura Di Renzo and other 11 authors um, with the title Eating Habits and Lifestyle Changes During COVID-19 Lockdown. This journal article was published in the year 2020. So based on the studies conducted in Italy, 48.6% of the population had gained weight during the COVID-19 lockdown, and 3.3% of smokers decided to quit smoking, and another 15% of the respondents had turned to local farmers or organic when purchasing fruits and vegetables. So as we can see, COVID-19 had a massive impact on our health. For example, it caused sudden lifestyle changes through social distancing and isolation at home. So there are two significant influence or major reasons, which is staying at home and stockpiling food. So when we stay at home, which includes digital education or online work from home, so there are limitation to outdoors activity and gym activity. So that is why most of the people had gained weight, because they had little to no movement when they are at home. And then another reason is stockpiling food, because when the government announced a restriction movement, so all the people went to the to buy groceries and restock their food maybe more than they should have. So when they have a lot of food at home, so sometimes when they are bored, they would just instead of they are doing something healthy, like maybe reading, instead they went to find this comfort food, what people nowadays would call comfort food, which is usually rich in sugar. So this food which rich in simple carbohydrates, where yes, they can reduce stress, but at the same time they also would increase the number of carbohydrates and fats that are not needed by your body. So when this is these carbohydrates and fat increase in your body, and addition to the lack of movement or physical activities been done, so that is why the people have gain weight during the lockdown. And then for the smokers, because they found that when they are staying at home, they cannot smoke at home because of their families. So they decided to quit smoking. And then for the 15% of respondent who turns to local farmers, because when lockdown or the spread of COVID-19 virus, they all the people been scared of China. They just become panic when see something made in China or something came from China. So that is why when they turned their food or things, when they buy, they would see where the things come from. So that is why the increase of local food. So that's all from me.
Article that I found, which is 10 Simple Ways to Start Eating Healthier by Anna Nazish, 9 January 2018. So Margaret Mead said, it is easier to change a man's religion than to change his diet. In fact, according to 2012 study, more than 50% of Americans felt that doing their tax is easier than figuring out how to eat healthy. We need to eat healthy food for our good health and nutrition. It will protect our body against many chronic non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. There are 10 simple tips or ways to start eating healthy food, but I'm just going to mention the 3 of them. Firstly, choose whole food instead of processed food. We can change our pizza and instant ramen to fresh fruit, vegetable, and whole grain. It is because they are packed with essential nutrition like protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamin, and minerals. Secondly, avoid sugary drinks. Consuming sugary beverage too often can cause liver damage, premature aging, and anxiety. Instead of it, we can go for unsweet beverage and plain water. Lastly, keep healthy food readily available. We need to keep healthy food in easily accessible and visible place in our home or workplace. That's all.
Okay, and lastly, I'll share my news. Okay, I picked an article called Healthy Food Options for Busy College Students by Purdue University Global, published on July 31st, 2020. In this article, it stated that the main challenge of eating well is our hectic and busy schedule that affects our eating habits. And then they list down the nutrition tips for busy college students, such as balance your meals, drink water, don't forget dairy, which is calcium and other nutrients in dairy because it is essential. And then keep a regular schedule, which is eating. We have to eat 3 meals per day, and then we have to read the nutrition facts label, and also use smaller plates. And then further, they also list some foods with its advantage that we can add to our diet, such as beans, blueberries, chocolate, coffee, dark green vegetable, oats, salmon, walnuts, and etc. And lastly, in this article, they suggest a tactic. They suggest tactic to substitute one food with another, which is from unhealthy food to a healthier food, such as instead of we eat fried foods such as French fries or fried chicken, we can eat grilled or baked foods such as baked potato, grilled chicken instead. And then, okay, that's all. And to sum up, healthy food is an important factor in academic success. And the challenge ahead is how we can balance in eating well and also in our balance between eating well and also study life. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Next, we will have to discuss on two news articles that we would like to choose from. So anyone has any opinions?
Agree with SUVIKMON article, which about food to avoid during our acne days. As we know, as a girl, acne is one of our biggest enemies. So it is important if we know which food that we should and should not avoid during our acne days.
I think ERIYANA's article about food for busy college students is also a good topic for us to add in our news publication, because as we all know, we tend to be so busy with our assignments and tests, so we don't have enough time to properly think about our food schedule and so on. So I think we should give some awareness for others to know what they should eat as during this busy time.
As for me, I would vote for Puteri Batrisya's article, because now we are in a fasting mind, and sometimes when we are fasting, we are more likely to crave food. So instead of buying what we really want to eat, sometimes we are buying more than what we need. So it will cause food wasting.
Okay, as for me, I agree with Nisha. I choose Patricia's news, which is reducing food waste, because this is a big issue from long time ago until nowadays, until today. And secondly, I choose SUVIKMON's news, which is food avoid acne breakout, because due to new norm, we often get mass acne as we wear masks all the time. So to decrease the problem, we need to eat a good food.
Yeah, for me also, I choose Patricia's about reducing waste food. And another one is for ERIYANA's, which is healthy food for college students. Since we're college students and we're very busy, we tend to neglect our healthy diet, healthy lifestyle. So yeah, that is for me.
For me, I agree with SUVIKMON article also, which is healthy food. It's for our external health, it also for our internal health. So it can maintain our good health if we take good food.
As for me, I choose Raj's article, since we need, as a students, we need a better sleep, since our schedule is packed every day. So we need to eat a healthy diet.
Okay, so we have a few news. The first one is the Patricia's one, which is reducing wasted food. Second one is SUVIKMON's, which is foods to avoid during acne. And then mine, which is food affect our sleep. And lastly is ERIYANA's, which is healthy food for college students. So who votes for Patricia's reducing wasted food? Okay. How about SUVIKMON's food to avoid during acne? Okay. Okay. And so we have mine about food affect our sleep. Okay. And then lastly, it's about ERIYANA's healthy food for college students. Okay, so now we have the result, which is BATRISYIA's reducing wasted food and SUVIKMON's food to avoid during acne. Okay, so for next week, we only have one topic left, which is topic technology. So we will have to search for news on that. So anyone has anything to say? No? Okay, if no, we will end our discussion today. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.